If ain't nobody in this world got audacity like family.
Wait, that's not a boys thing. That's y'all thing. That ain't no the boys be the boys. That's your boy.
Cause I know his mom smelled him. Is telling. Hey, what's up, y'all, and welcome to Pillow Talking with my husband, where the stories are crazy and our reactions are real. I'm Bree.
I'm Angelo.
And of course, we want to know who you are too. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. All right, babe, let's get into some pillow talking. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. So today's first story, we're going to help figure out if this person is the a-hole. Okay. So we got, am I the a-hole for refusing to let my cousin borrow my car after she's already wrecked too?
All right.
I'm going to say no off the love, but we'll see.
For real.
Let's get into it.
No.
All right. So it says, so I, 27 female, have a cousin, R, 29 female, who I'm really close to. We grew up like sisters. The issue is she's not the most responsible person when it comes to cars. She's totaled 2 in the past 4 years.
Okay, yeah, she can't drive. She for sure can't drive.
Worse than me. Okay. One from speeding and the other because she wasn't keeping up with the maintenance. So she totaled it? Whatever. Recently, her car has been in the shop and she's been asking every family member for rides. I've helped her when I can, but last week she straight up asked to borrow my car for a few days.
What kind of shit is that? Most people want to borrow sugar or even ketchup. You want to borrow my car? Hell no.
I tell her
to borrow the ketchup.
Right. She said, I don't need no sugar, girl. I need your car.
Right.
I told her politely that I wasn't comfortable with that. My car is fully paid off and the only thing I own outright. And I can't afford repairs if something happens. She got mad and said I'm acting brand new, especially since I know she's trying to keep her new job. Now, my aunt is calling me saying I should have more compassion because family helps family. And that I'm setting R up to fail by not supporting her. But honestly, I worked hard for my car, and I feel like helping with rides sometimes is different than handing over my keys like an enterprise rent-a-car. Am I the a-hole for saying no, even though it made her commute harder? Now, before I hear from you, let me get into some of these comments.
Okay.
From Reddit. Okay, so somebody said, not the a-hole, tell the aunt to give up her car.
Right, family.
Somebody else said, make sure to keep your keys with you whenever she is around. Now she gonna steal your car. Grand Theft Auto. What type of family?
Oh, man.
Somebody else said, Uber is her new best friend. Because you grown and you can figure it out.
For sure.
Somebody else said, not the a-hole, tell your aunt to lend her daughter her own car. So it seems like the general consensus in the comments is her mom needs to come up off her car and
because how
stop trying to guilt trip your cousin, R.
Yeah, because how the cousin got more responsibility than the mama for your daughter?
Right. How you gonna come and say, can I? And then you totaled 2 cars in the past 4 years. Girl, you hard on them cars. No, you can't have my keys. Are you crazy? You hard on life. No, life been hard on you. That's why you ain't got no car because you play too much. That is insane. What would y'all do? Would you let R take your keys and drive your car for a couple of days? Or would you tell old girl Uber and Lyft? And she'll figure it out. She'll be all right. Oh, no. Yeah. So far, not the a-hole. So you say not the a-hole.
Yeah, no, for sure, no. For
telling her no.
Yeah, it's just certain things like you don't ask to borrow. And like, again, we grown. You know, you crashing your cars, you got to figure out your own, that's not on her. And you shouldn't be mad at her because she family. Family love to throw that around.
Family loves to have audacity. If ain't nobody in this world got audacity like family, because that is crazy. Give you my car for a couple of days. She didn't even say go up the street or can I take it to work today.
Listen, I love my family.
She said I'm trying to get to work the whole week.
For real.
Come up off them keys.
I love my family, but ain't nobody ever gave me no car. And they know that. So don't ask me for no car. Like, but
What is the craziest thing somebody's ever asked you to borrow, though, in your family? Well, I guess it has
a car.
not. Not you can relate.
Oh man. And they know who they are.
So if it was you, you wouldn't give your cousin the keys.
Not my cousin, but I've given my.
If y'all grew up like siblings.
No, still no.
Still no?
No.
Shocking.
I'm sorry, cousins, but
would you help her pay to get a car rental? Like rent the car?
Yeah, I mean I could throw you some cash for sure. That's easy.
So you feel like that's another alternative? That's something else she could have did?
I mean that, but it's not. It's a short term solution.
Yeah.
Because long term, she got to get to work every day. So me renting a car one time ain't really helping you.
Right.
But I'll do it.
Right.
Know? But no, but she's not the a-hole for
saying
telling
no.
her no. And then she gave her a valid reason why. She said, I can't afford repairs and neither can you, obviously.
Obviously, right.
So, no.
Yeah, we got to agree with the comments on this one. I don't think that she is the a-hole. And let us know down below in the comments if anybody in your family has ever asked you to borrow something crazy. Or what's the craziest thing somebody in your family has ever asked you to borrow? And did you do it? Did you give it to them? Or did you say you'll figure it out? Okay. So that was our first story. How do you feel about that one?
I feel like it was like you said, the audacity. Like, I feel like a lot of people can relate to somebody asking them for something crazy. Like that. We all have went there.
For sure. Okay, so in the spirit of family and audacity, let's move on to our next story.
All right.
Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. Am I the a-hole for not wanting my ex-husband's mistress around my children?
That's a touchy.
This is a touchy one.
Okay.
Touchy. Okay. This one is short and sweet too, thankfully. Okay.
All right.
So, I, 37 female, refuse to allow my children around their father. Their father, 37 male's mistress, aged 10 years or so younger than us. So the mistress is in her late 20s. If they're 37 and she's 10 years or so younger, she's in her late 20s.
That's what we do. We go younger. That's how we do it.
Right. Anywho. Okay, so she says, I've asked their father to politely not have her around them when he spends time with them and the baby he conceived while we were still married. Hence the divorce.
Okay, so she who he did that with.
Yes, so this is the mistress. The mistress is the one that they had this baby that she's talking about that's around this mistress was conceived while they were still married. He was messing around with this mistress at the time.
Got you.
He never gave my children time to know this lady before the pregnancy, during the pregnancy, or after. It was told to my children by their mouth that he was having a baby because they chose to live with me right after finalizing the paperwork.
Okay.
Fast forward, we had the conversation about whether or not I was comfortable with her being able to be around my kids. I'm assuming that's what y'all got to spell check. This don't make no sense. Okay. Let me go back. Or not, I was comfortable with her being able to be around my kids. I said no, but he then proceeded to move her in and force her on my kids. My children have shared their concerns with me, but are intimidated by their dad and scared to hurt his feelings.
Okay.
So now I'm doing everything in my power to make my children comfortable by asking them whether or not they want to go with their father or stay with me. He's mad because they don't want to be around him and his new family. By the way, the kids are 16 female, 14 male, 13 female.
Okay.
Sorry, that story was a little all over the place. Like I said, I got to spell check. But I guess the gist is basically, while she was married to her ex-husband, he was cheating on her with the current girlfriend now, which is why they got divorced in the first place. It seems like he was cheating on her essentially right before she found out she was pregnant. And then throughout the pregnancy, I guess that's when they kind of decided to drift ways. And now he's with the mistress.
And he kind of forced it on the kids.
And yeah, he's kind of forcing it on the kids.
So is she saying she's not the a-hole for what exactly?
She doesn't want her ex-husband, the mistress around her children. Does that make her the a-hole for not wanting the mistress around her kids?
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to the comments really quick before you answer. So somebody says, does your divorce decree mention who he can bring around the kids? If not, you have no say.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. Okay. Somebody else said, not the a-hole, seeing as you had the conversation with the cheater, and if the kids are expressing concerns, it's something to look into, and the fact that the kids don't want to talk to him about it because they don't want to hurt his feelings is telling. Okay. And then somebody else said, is she a mistress at this point? Your ex will date. You can't micromanage his life. Yes, the a-hole. Interesting. So we got a lot of people in the comments that says that she's not the a-hole, but you know, there's a few people that are like, get over it.
Right.
So what do you think? What do you give her? Do you think she's the a-hole, or do you think that she's just being protective over her children?
I would say she's not the a-hole, but at the same time, I could agree with it on both sides of it. Like, for instance, like, they're going to have to meet her. That's who he's dating.
Yeah.
So it's inevitable that they're going to eventually get to know this woman.
Right.
But she's not the a-hole for wanting it not to happen, but it's unrealistic.
So do you feel like unrealistic in the sense of like the way that he's trying to set it up for him to meet the kids is unrealistic?
It's inevitable. She's going to be around if that's who he's with.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think they should have a deeper conversation.
Yeah.
And
with all the kids?
Or
just her and him first?
With them first, and then they have that conversation with the kids.
Yeah.
Because they're going to eventually meet her. To say never is crazy.
It's unrealistic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like I definitely think that the biggest a-hole in the story is the father.
Yes.
Just for one, very selfishly cheating on his wife with this younger girl, then kind of expecting his wife to kind of just get over that. And then he did it like while she was pregnant. So he was messing with this woman while she was pregnant, and then this woman is also the cause of their divorce. I wonder if her and this woman have ever sat down and had a conversation, like a realistic conversation.
probably
and been
not.
like,
It doesn't seem like it.
Probably not.
I think
that would be helpful in this situation for maybe her and this lady to talk, this mistress to talk first. And then I don't know, because I feel like the kids are teenagers. These are not, these aren't like
not
small
babies,
kids. You can't kind of just tell them whatever and think that they're gonna go with it. They have their own perspectives.
And they
have
almost
everything.
grown, so it's like they really don't have to deal with her like that. It's not like they babies.
Yeah, It's not like this lady has to drop them off at school.
Yeah, like 3 more years, they'd be out.
And all of that. Yeah, and they're very aware of what's going on because, again, they're teenagers. So it's not like this happened while they were like 5 and 6 years old.
Right, yeah.
I think it's important, for one, in this situation for a few things to happen. The kids need to talk to their father and express that they feel uncomfortable having this lady around, or like the way in which he's trying to introduce them is not working. Because in the story it says like the kids don't necessarily want to be over there or stay with him, but they don't know how to tell him that they don't necessarily like want to be around this woman.
I feel like divorce is complicated for everybody.
Yeah.
And they're just going through that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's necessary. The process has to happen though. Like you don't want to just not see your dad again or never go over his house again. But it is an adjustment for everybody. They have to get adjusted to the idea that mom's in this house, dad's over here in this house.
Yeah.
We have this new woman we have to get to know.
For sure.
And this is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's going to take time for that to be
I think Dad,
normal.
though, also he has to realize that that's going to take that time.
It will take time.
In the story she says they did have a conversation about whether or not she was comfortable with her being able to be around her kids, and she said no. And dad proceeded to kind of force her on the kids anyway.
Right.
So I think it's a thing of like dad has to get it together and kind of realize that like the world does not revolve around him.
Right.
And his actions have reactions and consequences, and it could, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this could potentially put a strain on his relationship with his kids too, especially if they don't want to be around
It's
her.
going to take time, but I don't think he's wrong to go through the process with him.
No, I think it's right for him to go through the process. I think it's just the way
It's just a process.
It.
And
Yeah,
he
it's
just
a
has to
process.
understand it's a process.
For sure. For sure. Let us know down below in the comments if you guys have ever had any experiences like this, or just any experiences that you've had with divorce, being a step parent, coming into a situation that maybe you weren't familiar with before. I would love to read some of your stories and kind of figure out how you were able to navigate this. Also, let us know if you think that she's the a-hole for saying, I don't want that lady around my children.
Yeah, let us know. Different perspectives.
Different perspectives, yes. I don't think that she's the a-hole. I think this is a complicated one.
It's very complicated.
It's a complicated one.
It's
I
very
think
complicated.
he needs to respect the fact that his family needs time, because he made a decision for himself and kind of his family just got the residuals of it. But I think time will tell with this situation. I mean, because at this point, he's with this woman, so it's not like... It
would be nice to do a follow-up on this one, but...
Yeah. Actually, it would. If you got an update, girl, let us know what happened. Okay. So, on to our next story.
Let's get it.
So far, so good. So far, no a-holes. No a-holes. I'm actually very impressed.
Yes.
I don't think it's no a-holes. I don't know. I feel like the last story, I don't call her a-hole.
No, she's not an a-hole.
I wouldn't call her a-hole. Just a concerned mother.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. Our next story. Ooh. Let's just keep it on the trend of family. Okay. Am I the a-hole for kicking out my sister and her family because of her son and her husband's entitlements?
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's get into this one.
Here we go again. Entitled families. That seems to be the name. It is around the holidays. So this is when you usually see it the most. Oh, gosh. Okay. This one's a little long, so try to follow along, okay?
Okay.
Stop me if you need to.
All right.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for kicking out my sister and her family because of her son and husband's entitlement? I, 23 female, and my sister, 37 female, that's a big age gap. Let's just start there, have always had a rocky relationship. I bet, because she raised you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we had our ups and downs, but we always had each other's backs. That's why when her house had a really, really bad flood, I offered to let her stay with me and my girlfriend in our house. We had enough space and we talked it through first. So my sister, her husband, and my 13-year-old nephew, so the sister, her husband, and the 13-year-old, it's a teenager in our house, okay? My 13-year-old nephew packed up their things and set up camp in our house. My nephew and I have been fine, but he has had this entitlement to him that always got on my nerves. Right off the bat, he had tried to claim mine and my girlfriend share a bedroom like it was some guest house. I politely told... Wait a minute. The little boy came in the house. He said, I'm going to take this room. How you going to take your aunt? Okay. I politely told him that he couldn't stay in our bedroom and could stay in either the guest room or our TV room in the basement. He immediately got upset and demanded our room. My brother-in-law tried to mediate the situation, but the whole reason he wanted the room was so that he could have the TV for his gaming system. I showed him to the TV room in the basement, and he relented and agreed to sleep downstairs. I was sort of relieved, assuming he would have spent most of his time down there. It had only been a week before the issue started. My brother-in-law wouldn't clean up after himself. He would fill the sink with dirty dishes, leave his dirty laundry all over the house, and wouldn't clean up the bathroom after he used it. My nephew kept me and my girlfriend up at night with his screaming and yelling at his video games. I brought up these problems to my sister, and she just rushed it off by saying, they're just used to how things are at home. I told her that I ran things differently, but she wouldn't budge. After another week, my girlfriend asked if me My girlfriend asked me if the cat had thrown up somewhere downstairs because there was a very sour smell every time she went to do the laundry. I looked around everywhere but found nothing until I realized the smell was coming from my nephew.
Okay.
Okay. I almost gagged. He clearly hadn't showered in days. I talked to my sister and she tried the excuse of boys will be boys. But I wasn't having it. I know that's right, girl. So far, get these people up out your house.
Yeah, so how long was they staying for, did she say?
She's so far in the story, it's only been a couple weeks. She said a week into them staying there is when the issues started. So I'm assuming so far we only on a week or so that they've been in her house.
Got you.
But I wasn't having that. I stormed downstairs and told my nephew that he needed to shower ASAP. He threw a fit and started throwing empty soda cans and food containers at me while throwing curses and insults at me.
Whoa.
I brought up the issue to my sister, but all she did was try to gentle parent, which was just him getting his way by cussing out his mother.
Yeah, okay.
By the first month, me and my girlfriend had finally had enough. During dinner, I brought up the issues that had been happening and how they were affecting me and my girlfriend. All three of them brushed it off and claimed that they were too stressed about it. I'm sorry, that they were too stressed. I bit my tongue. What the heck? Sorry.
Wait a minute. So this is the nephew did this to the uncle?
This is the aunt.
The aunt.
Yes, they're staying at the aunt's house. They've been staying at the aunt's house since the beginning.
No, but
of
I didn't
the
know.
story.
She said the girlfriend. So the aunt has a girlfriend.
Yes, the aunt has a girlfriend.
That's
why
I
you're
got
getting
confused.
confused. Okay, yes,
Okay.
the aunt has a girlfriend. Sorry.
Got you.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. They were too stressed. I bit my tongue, but I was fighting back, jumping across the table at my sister. The first month and a half of living with them was pure hell on earth. What I immediately drew the line was overhearing my brother-in-law on the phone with his friend. I tried not to listen until I heard him saying the most disrespectful and disgusting things about me and my girlfriend. My blood immediately boiled when I heard him say that he thought living with two gay chicks would be much hotter. I snapped and demanded him and my sister pack their things and leave my house immediately. He acted like he hadn't, just completely disrespected me in my own home. My sister tried to defend him, saying it was a joke. I refused to hear her out. I told her about my husband. I told her about her husband and son's disgusting habits and how an entitlement, and I said I refused to deal with it anymore. I gave her one day to get all her stuff and leave before I did it myself. She immediately broke down in tears, claiming they had nowhere to go. I told her to go get a hotel room, stay at a friend's, or hell, go to our parents' house. Anywhere but here. She called me cruel and heartless, but I didn't care. I couldn't take it anymore. I was exhausted. She called me a bitch and went to her guest room. I didn't care. I was just relieved to get them out. They packed their things and left, and sister hasn't said much to me since. Girlfriend said I did the right thing, but am I the a-hole?
When do I answer this one?
Hold on. Okay, so let me read the comments first. 'Cause you seem like you're itching. Okay.
That's crazy.
So let's see. Top comment says, not the a-hole. Mm-hmm. You are a saint for how long you tolerated all that. I'd have tossed them out the moment I got gruff over which bedroom the kid wanted. Seriously, kid, I said, no, you're a visitor and you're not getting my room. If I have to repeat myself, you're out. You're all out. Someone else said, oh, hell no, you gave them plenty of chances to correct their behavior, and for brother-in-law to pull that, nope, not the a-hole. Somebody else said, not the a-hole, your sister married a garbage can and is raising a garbage son. You did the right thing. And last one, not the a-hole. It's amazing how terribly people will act when staying in someone else's house. Their behavior was incredibly disrespectful to someone throwing them a lifeline. Okay, so I'll let you answer first. What do you think, the a-hole or not the a-hole?
I would say absolutely not.
Not the a-hole for kicking her sister out?
And it's kind of crazy to me, like how, like, again, family, like you said, entitlement.
Yeah.
Like for one,
That was crazy.
For one, with the sister. Mm-hmm. The first thing was the nephew didn't respect that they're in the sister's house.
Right.
You don't respect your aunt.
Period.
And you should still view your aunt as authority. Because I know I view my aunts as authority.
It's a respect thing.
It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
I'm in your house.
Right.
So if you telling me I smell, I'm just going to take a shower.
Right.
I'm not going to question it. Definitely not going to throw anything. I couldn't throw nothing at my aunt. I know I can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like.
What they say on The Breakfast Club, guess what? Race.
Oh, 100%. Because I couldn't do nothing of the sort. Like,
at all.
And then,
that's insane.
And that's an understood.
Right.
And that's also like.
Right.
I feel like it should be understood at anyone's house you go to, friend, family, anybody. Like it's understood.
Yeah.
You know, the way I was raised is you kept yourself clean anyway. That's not a boys thing. That's y'all thing. That ain't no the boys be the boys. That's your boy. That's your son. That's y'all. They don't put that on the boys because I don't smell like that. I ain't never smelled like that. Not at 16, not at 15. I ain't smelled like that. So what I would say is, starting from that alone, the throwing things, she should have got kicked out that day, not the month later. And then the comment about the gay chicks, like, come on.
That is insane. That is crazy to say.
That is the absolute
her
disrespect.
House,
and then it's like, so it's like y'all don't even
crazy to
respect
say.
them. So now we know the dad doesn't even respect.
Right.
So y'all living there and have absolutely no respect for her. And then the sister is just constantly trying to like brush it under the rug, and then not taking accountability for it.
Yeah.
So now you calling your sister out her name for
She didn't call her out her name.
For telling you she had enough instead of understanding.
Oh, she did call her out her name.
She did call her out her
Yeah,
name.
you're right.
And instead of when she told her she had enough, now you calling her out her name.
She called her a bitch,
So,
yeah.
but you're not looking at the fact that you stayed somewhere for a month. It ain't too many places I can go stay for a month.
For a month with my husband and my
Rent-free.
13-year-old. Yeah.
Come on now, we gotta talk about it.
Come on now. This story is crazy. And if you think that you're the a-hole, girl, please. Your sister, her husband, and your nephew could all.
I was raised
not gonna
when
say
you in
what I'm
somebody's
saying.
house, you clean
Anywho,
up after
yeah,
yourself,
I
you
gotta
wipe
keep it
stuff
PG,
down.
But I will, yes, like
You make sure you
to
out the
go
way.
even if it's family's house, to go into anybody's home, you should treat their home how you want them to treat yours.
You should almost treat it better than your home.
own home,
Yes.
right? Especially because she did that out of the kindness of her heart. She did not have to let you listen.
And
I just want to say this for the record. It's nobody that can come stay at our house for a month. I just want you to know. Right now, the answer is no. A month is crazy. And she was there a month and a half.
Right.
And then for her brother-in-law to say what he said on the first off, let's start at the top. No, it was the brother-in-law that said that. But the crazy thing is, before you knew, I'm very mad at the sister. For one, the sister's 37 years old. Okay?
Does you know better?
You grown.
You grown. You know better.
Stop playing.
Right.
Acting all... What? They're just boys. Your husband is grown. If you're 37, my assumption is that he's also is 37 or older. He could be younger, who knows? But he's still grown. Y'all should have had that conversation before you even walked your foot in your sister's house.
Yeah.
Especially with that boy. That don't make no sense.
They don't respect the aunt from the start. They never
respected her. And with the age gap between the sisters, I said as soon as I started reading this story, when she said that they always had like a rocky relationship, they had their ups and downs. That's a big age gap. 23 and 37.
Yes,
that's a big age gap.
The thing
I
is,
feel like she came in her house thinking she could run her sister. And her sister was like, oh, y'all got to go. This is crazy.
So it was the oldest going to the youngest house?
Yes, this is
the
oldest is going to the youngest house.
That's why. It was that entitlement of older age.
That's why, that's honestly how I feel.
But that's a shame because...
Your sister was kind enough to let you in her house.
It's a shame because you disrespected your younger sister because of your age. And that's not...
That's insane, yeah.
You should be more mature, not less. So No, I would say she's absolutely not.
And then also, older sister, girl, blink twice if you need help. Why are these men walking all over you in your house? Because she said this is what she's used to. They're kind of used to doing. So you let this little nasty little 13-year-old boy sit in your house stinking with his clothes and his laundry all over the place. And the fact that that little boy came in the house and said, oh, here's my room, and dropped his stuff off, ain't paid a bill, don't even know what the rent is. That is insane.
Yeah, my little nephew, if ever I ever have one, I'd be like, he would have got chin checked real quick.
I have a niece. She knows better. She's 3. She knows better. Even now.
Yeah.
My little baby niece now takes her shoes off at the front door when she comes to our house.
It's all in how you raise
She
them.
picks up things when she comes to our house. That is crazy. This boy is 13. And then he cussed her out.
No.
Not in my home.
No.
Absolutely not.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. And yeah, the brother-in-law, low key, I kind of want to tell the sister to leave the brother-in-law, but it's not my marriage, not my business. But girl, you need help. You need help. And to the sister, I do not think that you're the a-hole.
No,
I think that you
not.
actually are too nice, to be completely honest with you. I think you're too nice. I think you should have kicked him out after the first week. As soon as that little boy dropped his bag off in your bedroom, that was your first red flag. Y'all got to go. You have until Friday. If it's a Monday, you have until Friday.
When he threw the pop bottles and all of that.
Right.
That was the end straw for me.
And then why are the parents not checking this little boy? Because I know his mom smelled him. His dad smelled him.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Let us know in the comments below. Would you how long would you let your family stay with you if you did let your family stay with you? And then what are some of your house rules when you do have guests, if you have any house rules? Also, do you think that she's the a-hole? I don't think that she is. I think she, like I said, I think little sis needs to actually work on her boundaries a little bit, because
I think she got them now.
She
got the boundaries
She got them now.
now.
This is her first lesson.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't care how you feel. You got to get up out of here.
She said, you got to go. Look at the time. You got to go. All right. Well, speaking of having to go, I think that is enough pillow talking for tonight. What do you think, babe?
I think we had enough, like, family drama.
Family drama
for tonight.
Yeah.
You know.
Y'all got a lot going on.
But we're here to talk about it.
Yeah, we're here to talk about it. So with that being said, like I said, I think that's enough pillow talk for tonight. But if you have a story that you would like to share, please go ahead and send us an email at pillowtalk@gmail.com. Let us know some of your wild, crazy stories. Maybe you have some entitled family members. Maybe not. Who knows? But if you have a story that you'd like to share, go ahead and shoot us an email at pillowtalk@gmail.com. So until next time.
Until next time.
Good night.